The small Cape Cod town of Truro is known for its quiet beaches, sunsets, and spectacular shell fishing. It used to be the kind of community where everyone knew each other and no one even bothered locking their doors at night. In the late 1990s it became a haven for Krista Worthington, a 46-year-old fashion writer who was looking for a quieter life after living in New York for almost 20 years. She settled down in the small community, fell in and out of love, and eventually started a family on her own, giving birth to her daughter, Ava, in 1999. But her little slice of paradise didn't last long. On January 6, 2002, Worthington was brutally raped and murdered in her own home. Listen, true crime addict. You need to watch Alias Grace immediately. Post continues after audio. Tim Arnold, a neighbor and former flame, would discover her lifeless body on her lounge room floor. Little 2-year-old Ava was found clinging to her beaten, bloody mother. The toddler was distressed, hungry and tired, but unharmed. Worthington's murder, and the subsequent investigation and conviction, is now the subject of the true crime documentary and podcast A Killing on the Cape. The documentary makers have delved deep into the case that shook the quiet Cape Cod community to its core and redefined their idea of safe. The one thing the police were never short of during the investigation into Worthington's murder was suspects. All up they investigated 5 different men who had varying degrees of involvement in Worthington's personal life. Their first suspect was Tim Arnold, the man who found Worthington's body and also happened to be her former live-in boyfriend. Arnold told the police he had gone to Worthington's house to return a flashlight he had borrowed. The police interrogated Arnold for hours. At first, he denied having any further romantic interest in Worthington, saying that he only maintained their friendship so he could continue to be a part of little Ava's life. After hours of interrogation, Arnold finally admitted that he had still held out hope that the romance between himself and Worthington would be rekindled. He was eventually ruled out as a suspect. Their second suspect was Thomas Churchwell, a New York City-based magician known as the Amazing Tarquin. Churchwell and Worthington had briefly dated back into 1998. Police interrogated Churchwell about his whereabouts at the time of the murder but later cleared him. Next the police turned their attention to Ava's biological father, Tony Jackett. Jackett was the shellfish constable of Provincetown and Truro. He was married to Susan Jackett and they had 6 kids together. He met Worthington in the summer of 1997 and they soon began to have a secret affair. Worthington eventually became pregnant with Jackett's baby. The pair initially decided to keep the affair and the baby a secret, but later Worthington changed her mind and forced Jackett